Hi, a few minutes ago started a very special a feast of God that in Hebrew is known as Yom Teruah or Rosh Hashanah. Jews celebrate the new year, so today or tonight is starting a new year for them. And this feast is celebrated with shofar or trumpets in English, and it's like time when the people of God has have a Shabbat rest, and they hear this sound of the shofar, like God calling His people. And we can see this feast in the Bible in Leviticus chapter 23, verse 23. The Lord said to Moses, "Say to the Israelites, on the first day of the seventh month, you are to have a day of Sabbath rest, a sacred assembly commemorated with trumpet blasts. Do no regular work, but present a food offering to the Lord." So this feast, some people says that Jesus, Yeshua, our Messiah, is going to come back in this day. We don't know the year, because when Paul said that in the last time is going to be, we are going to hear the trumpet, and not any trumpet, but this. So this feast is a very important time to reflection, to meditation, to seek God, and to hear His voice, like the shofar, the trumpet, to hear what He wants to say to us. And I want to share something else with you. Last week we were celebrating here in Chile, where I live, the independence, and I was remembering when Jesus, Yeshua, he was talking to the Jews that believe in him about the freedom. And we can see this in John chapter 8, verse 31. To the Jews who had believed him, Jesus said, "If you hold to my teaching, you are really my disciples." So the first point is to believe in him. But it's common to hear that you only have to believe and you're done. You are going to the heaven and you can continue with your life because the grace of God is over you and your name is written in his book. So that's it. But the thing is, we can see here that our Messiah is teaching the people, Jews in that time, and he teaches us today that to believe in him it's just the first time, the first step, the first point, but it's not over there. That's not the end. It continues and we can see conditions. So the first is to believe in him, and the second to hold his teaching. So sometimes it's not easy to keep his teachings because, for example, I don't want to love my enemies, the people that hurt me. It's hard to love them, right? But that's only one point that Jesus taught us about the law, the Bible, the scriptures, and what God is waiting, what He is expecting from us. So He's not forbidden, or He's not overriding the law of God, of the scriptures or the prophets, but He came to fulfill the law. So we should to hold His teaching, that is the Father's teaching. So we are going to be really his disciples. And then they answered him, "We are Abraham's descendants and have never been slaves of anyone. How can you say that we shall be set free?" Jesus replied, "Very truly I tell you, everyone who sins is a slave to sin." So here we have something in common, you and me. We sinned. In one way or another, we sinned. We have temptations. We have different fights, maybe something in common. But the thing is, you and me have sinned. And if we live sinning and getting far from God's word, and if we are being disobedient to God, we are a slave from for the sin from the sin. So it's not something simple. It's not something that you have to accept and that's it. The thing is, we should to fight and to obey God, and then to be free. Now a slave has no permanent place in the family, but a son belongs to it forever. So if the son sets you free, you will be free indeed. So that's what I want, to be free from the sin. I want to you be free. Starting this new year in the calendar of the Jews, I want a new beginning. Um, Sweet new year, as the Jews said. I don't know what you are struggling today. I don't know your problems, but I know that God has the solution for your problems. And He is there for us. His love, His mercy is there, His grace. We don't have to live alone. It's not a fight that we should fight alone, but with Him, with His Spirit. And then I want to be free. I don't know if you want to be free from the sin. It's not easy. It's not simple. It's not possible for us to be free from the sin with our strength. But with His strength, we are going to be free and blessed forever. Thank you for watching. I ask you for your prayers to continue sharing these messages, and I wish you the best today, and don't quit. Keep moving forward.